Good morning, everybody. It is February 16th, and here's your plan of attack. If you hear any weird sounds, apologies. That's my wife in the background making sounds. And yeah, yes, well, so forgive me. All right, so let's talk about what's happening today. So the um, PPI just came out, and it's causing a market flush at the moment. We'll talk about those levels here in a second. And get my handy dandy pin. There is still one more economic data piece coming out at approximately 30 minutes after the open, see at 10 a.m. Central, and it's the consumer sentiment, and that has been known to move the market around as well, so something to keep an eye on. But it looks like the core PPI is pushing prices down. At the moment, I'm not calling this like the top or the pullback and whatnot just as of yet, and I'll show you why here in just a moment. All right, so y'all know I've been using the dark pool to find levels and dictate prints or direction and things of that nature. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. Actually, we'll go to a bigger time frame so you can see more. All right, so I have not put on my bearish hat or even the large pullback hat, I guess is what you could say right now. Actually, right now I'm looking for price to actually consolidate. And before I cover these prints, I actually forgot I wanted to cover this part real quick. All right, so what kind of makes sense to me as ES has made the push towards 5,000, where we had a strong move higher. We had the flush last week, and then actually it was the beginning of this week actually, and then support held, support held. And so for me, I'm actually looking at this to be a level of consolidation. And I haven't seen large prints come in yet that dictate that, hey, potentially a pullback or like at least a deeper pullback is coming. Not yet. So the way I'm kind of forecasting this is that we consolidate up here. And where I get my edge in the zero DTE trading is where I like to forecast how I am anticipating today's candle to close. So as long as if we don't break yesterday's high, then it's fair to say that we're going to come lower, but I don't think we're going to break yesterday's low. But so regardless of how we're looking at that, one thing we can dictate right now is as long as we're not breaking the high of yesterday, then we can look to short intraday. I mean, it's easy to see right now that the path of least resistance is to the downside, at least for the day. And so if this is the top of the consolidation range, we can look for price to go lower, right? So I'm kind of expecting this little box to consolidate, and then we'll eventually get a breakout. Who knows, maybe we'll go sideways up until the next FOMC statement or other large economic data news. All right, so we talked about that, and then now we'll go to the print side of things. The large flush that occurred on, actually it was Monday, or sorry, Tuesday when the big flush happened. That was this week. Sorry, my mind's all over the place. And then you see we had the large prints here, and that's where we flushed, and all we did was retest these large print levels, and then we held. And we rallied up above, and we're above them, and as of right now, when the economic data is hitting, all we did was come down and retest that large print level that we got right before the flush, and then we're bouncing. So as long as we're staying above these levels, it's easy to, or I would say it's easy to recognize it as a level that's expected to hold. And if I don't see a whole lot of dark pool selling coming in, or dark pool prints coming in, we're starting to stay below them, then there's no reason to believe that the market's going to go significantly lower. Unless they roll in today, then that changes the story. But as of right now, with the information I have, it does not look like that is happening. So that being said, I'm still long-term bullish, but today I am kind of thinking that we might be at the top of the consolidation range. So that brings us to our intraday charts to look for our day trade. All right, so over here on the 30-minute chart on the left, I'm going to visible color for y'all. All right, so we're right here at the weekly point of control, right? I'll put WK for that right here, right where we've been consolidating. We got the flush down to this HVA, right? We came all the way down to this HVA level, and now we're starting to bounce a little bit right now. As of now, it's starting to see if it reclaims all of it. So we got the flush from the data. These dots indicate greater than 50% of the average daily volume coming lower down this HVA, which also lines up with that dark pool level. And right now, we're getting a buy signal just on the 3-minute time frame. You would like to see more time frames come in. So if we actually stay below VWAP in the 30-minute 21 EMA, then I think the play here, and also this is also HVA level. If we're at the top of the range and the price is going to stay lower, I think it's fair to assume that if, say, here's VWAP is coming down this way, and then we have the 30-minute 21 EMA also kind of like trickling down this way. If we wait for that rally, right, we came down to here, rally up to VWAP, and it's also this HVA level. If you start to get your signals that price is rotating there, you can short into that rally and look for price to go back lower, and then maybe just stay in this range below. However, if say the consumer sentiment changes, the narrative and price wants to completely just skyrocket back up, which would be great for the swing trades, right? So here's the VWAP, and then if price is going to keep on pushing higher, then the 30-minute 21 EMA will be like around here. And then so the bullish scenario would be it bounces up, it will have to probably consolidate here, then break, and then that's when you can go long with your stop below VWAP. So that's the bullish scenario. And then bearish scenario would really be, okay, if price does rally and you can't reclaim it, you're just going to short that rally and back down. So that's really, quite honestly, it. Just using the VWAP and this HVA as the pivot level. So if this is the pivot, then we just need to see if price is going to stall and then move, or is it, price going to come up, hit it, and then break out. So that's pretty much it, but I won't be doing a 0 DTE trade. Got some other things going on today, hence the wife giggling in the background. But everyone have a good rest of y'all's day. Finish your week strong, and I'll see y'all again next week. Take care, everybody.